All right, man. So here, let me move me real quick. We can take a quick look here at some of the main ranking factors when it comes to having a website rank organically, having it rank higher in a GMB, compare you to junk guys, since they were averaging the best. I know that they are a franchise that Ricardo runs out of. I think he technically is based out of DFW, but I've seen his sites in Austin as well. So getting started with your site here, the things that we are going to mainly look at is going to be content, backlinks, and citations. So content, the words that are on the page. Backlinks, they're like votes from other sites where your site is getting linked back to from other sites online. And then citations. So taking a look here with your site, we've got 611 words on there. And again, like, you're doing well in Roseville, but it's your GMB is based near there. So scrolling down, you see we've got a good amount with what our services are. We don't list too much about where we're working. We've got a little bit on the bottom here, but when we're trying to get keywords, get things set up, we've got to do a better job of like mentioning we do junk removal services in El Dorado Hills. It's funny actually seeing that and seeing your location. My mentor who taught me all about SEO, that's where he lived. He actually just moved out near me in Las Vegas. Not for me, just coincidence, but I'm very familiar with the area. I know being able to target some places like that, we've got some money in. So, if we wanted to create separate location pages for each of these, we've already got some services, and I love having this little feature here with your header where it scrolls over. It's nice and interactive. I'd say that this is pretty close to what a WordPress site can do. But as I was saying before with Wix, is that, I'm not sure exactly what limitations there are with SEO for on-page optimization, what you can do with the site itself. My very first site I ever built actually through Wix was for a college football recruiting podcast that I had started up before I realized I didn't want to work 80 hours a week for the entire year and make $30,000 a year. So but so we've got content, 600 words. Taking a look at junk guys, also too, one of the things that they do have is a good domain, associating themselves just with California. It's not a massive thing, but it doesn't hurt. So anyway, they've got 1,000 words, right? So they've got a little bit more meat to the bone with what they're doing. Let me close out of this. All right, site, Google reviews, LinkedIn. Again, nothing too crazy. It's a little tacky with how they have them listed over in Carmichael, but that's where it's like if we go back to that heat map, you see how they're doing really well down here. It's because it's saying that they're listed near Carmichael. They're not actually doing amazing in Roseville, but they are doing better in Folsom. So curious to see how they're doing a little further out. One of the other tricks you can do too is you could always create a second GMB and link it to a different part of your site and use a different phone number. I'll get more into that in a minute though when we're talking about citations, right? So first thing, talking about content, your site had around 600 words. This had a little over 1,000. So they're winning there. The second thing is going to be backlinks, these votes from other sites. I like to use a program called Ahrefs. It lets you take a look at backlinks, how many domains they're coming from, organic keywords. So here you are here. We've only got 4. It's coming from 1 domain. It's honestly very, 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 very low. That's something that I can help with because that's part of off-site optimization. It's not me diving into Wix to figure things out. That's me going and finding reputable websites to link back to yours. Things like blogs, news articles, things that, I should say places that Google will see as an authoritative source. And then that's when you can start to put in backlinks like not only just in Roseville, because you weren't doing bad in Roseville, but Folsom, putting like junk removal, Folsom appliance removal, Folsom, things like that around the web. And Google sees that and it's voting back to your site for that term. And it's like, oh, well, this matters, right? Taking a look over at Junk California, they're actually not doing a great job either, which is a good thing to see, where they've got more keywords that they're starting to rank for, but their traffic value is very low. They have more backlinks, but again, referring domains, that's more of the important number to look at. And it's not anything too crazy with what they're doing. So between the content and backlinks, I can almost guarantee that their website is ranking a little higher. We can check that real quick. So we can use this tool here called FatRank. And we can say like junk removal fulsome, right? And I'll just copy that so we can re-put that in a minute on your site. And see rank there, 59th, not amazing. That's page 6, almost page 7. If we do it on your site, we don't have as many backlinks, we don't have as much content. 74th. So you're not even far off, honestly, on there. I mean, neither result is honestly great. You want to be in the top 20. That's the first 2 pages of Google, preferably the first page. That's the money page, right? So got some work to do there. One of the other ranking factors that matter for websites is the age of the site. So this is who is, and looking at their site. So November 2018. Your site, oh, we're almost at, it's almost its birthday in 2 days for your site. So again, well, they're winning now. Site's older. You can't fake age though, so you have to just do a little better in some of the other factors, right? So we looked at content, we looked at backlinks. The third thing is something called citations, which ties into the GMB. I was telling you could get a second one, but you would have to put it on a different page of your site. You would have to alter your address a little bit and your phone number, because a citation is like a directory listing. It's how many times and where your name, address, and phone number are being listed online. So looking at Junk Guys, they've got 41. And looking at your site, we have 6. Right? So it's just another area where they're winning. And being able to put those, directory listings up, getting your name, address, and phone number out there, there's pros and cons to it. It's great and be like, oh, I want all the citations. But before you go ahead and do that, one of the things it does lead to is marketing calls, because directories are businesses too. They're going to want some money from you. They can be pretty sly with what they're saying. Honestly, it's not necessary. The only thing that you really have to care about is just keeping your name, address, and phone number up online, right? Like Yelp is a big one, but also they're notorious for saying like, oh, you need to pay for advertising and reviews and things like that. So it's like you can just stick to the free stuff on those sites and go from there. Last thing also too, I'll touch on, it's not massive. It helps a little, but it's been like, I wouldn't say it's not important. It's just they have more reviews too. They have 165 and you had 23, right? All Google cares about is that you don't suck. Like, maintaining 5 stars is honestly more important than the number of reviews you have. So maintaining, providing 5-star quality work, that's going to be the ultimate goal. So backlinks, citations, content, those are going to be the main things for getting your site to rank better in terms of SEO. Hope this helps.